Okay, well, I fully don't know how this works, but it's me, Rose. I decided to record a little video by myself, as usual, but I decided, even though I have really bad reading, I decided to read r/Am I the Asshole? Now, for those of you who don't personally know me as Diablo's lover or anything, I'm just someone who just needs to get her head straight. And I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. Now, I found a story that's quite interesting to me. It's pretty short, so I'll be doing some of these, but first I need to let the cat out. Now, I can't fully tell if the mic is picking this up. So, if it isn't, I'm sorry. I guess I'm talking to myself, but that's not unusual. So, the first story reads, Am I the asshole for removing my 13-year-old daughter's bedroom door? From the title, it's a 50-50 situation for me because I know what goes on in this world sometimes. Let's get right into it. We've been a dog household since she was born, and our dogs tend to do well even in closed rooms. However, we just got a cat 2 months ago, and our daughter is glued to him. Since in the past we've let her have a dog in her room with the door closed without an issue, she thinks it's the same with the cat. But the cat has panic attacks and is loud, yet she doesn't want to let him out. We've told her repeatedly the cat cannot be trapped in a room because it causes him to damage the door by scratching, keeping us up at night, or messing around in the closed room. After 5 weeks of not getting through her, we said, half jokingly at the time, we'll have to remove her door if she keeps it up. Now, 3 weeks later, we did just that because things didn't improve. We put up a privacy curtain in the interim. I'm really bad with reading, so I don't know if I read that right. I don't have my glasses, so. And we'll try the door again in a week or so. Now that she sees we're not joking around. Am I the asshole? Now, I kind of want to read some of the comments, because a lot of them say OP's not an asshole. I mean, they did specify the age of the girl, and her age is 13. She's not 6. She knows what she's doing. So, I would say they're not the asshole. They're really not. Sorry, I'm slightly drinking while I'm doing this. Let's see if we can find another story. Okay. So, here's another story. It's getting a lot of comments and a lot of upvotes. So, I'd say it's pretty good. The story is medium, not that long. And the title reads, Am I the asshole for arguing with my husband after he said I should buy expensive gifts since I'm a doctor? My husband and I have been married for 3 years. He has a large family. He always likes to be invited by his family for dinners, birthdays, anniversaries. He's always there. He's a police officer, but always makes sure to spend time with family as much as possible. I'm a doctor, and my schedule is always busy. It's not like I just swap shifts like he always does because of the lack of people working at the hospital. In this past week, he insists that we invite his family, and he started asking what they wanted to have as gifts this year for Christmas. He started putting together a list of family members and what gifts they wanted. I should point out, they didn't want to do this because they felt as if they shouldn't have to ask for specific gifts. But he told him it was okay and that he can afford those gifts no problem. His mom talked about a new kitchen set. His sister said she needed a hair straightener. Not to mention her 3 kids, her husband, and also his aunt and her 3 daughters and their husbands. The list was long, and I knew there was no way he could afford half of it. So I had no idea how he was going to get the money to buy all the gifts. We got home and he told me I needed to pay X amount of money to help get everything on the list for his family. I told him no thank you, I'm getting them other gifts that I can afford. He threw a fit and was shocked by what I said. He said I must have been trying to make him look bad in front of his family and that he was counting on me to pitch in and pay for the stuff. I'm taking care of 2 kids and their needs, also the rent and bills and whatnot. I told him I had other responsibilities. He compared his salary to mine, saying it wasn't fair, and that I should pay since I'm a doctor and I can afford expensive things. I told him I'm not obligated to buy his mom an expensive kitchen set, nor an expensive hair straightener for his sister who doesn't even treat me well. He didn't like that and called me bitter and negative for feeling that way. Told me I shouldn't work long hours if I can't afford to buy decent gifts. We argued back and forth. He kept bringing up the fact that I'm being bitter and resentful towards his family. He refused to talk to me after this and is now acting like he was wronged and hurt by what I said. His words hurt me, but I work hard and earn money, but he thinks otherwise. Just to be clear, no, we don't have a joint account. Why would I, since I'm taking care of almost everything? Besides, I don't get to save money when I'm constantly spending money on other things. He does sometimes throw in my face the fact that I'm a doctor and should be able to cover all expenses since I work long hours. Now the comments for this post keep going up, so I'm just gonna read not the asshole or is the asshole. A lot of them so far say not the asshole, and I completely agree because he's the one who asked his family members what gifts they want for Christmas after the mother said, oh no, we don't need any gifts for Christmas, we feel like it's just too much for you. So he went out his way and did that. I'm gonna read one more story before closing off. And I think I'm gonna go with a last Christmas story. Basically, Christmas gift. And I would say this was pretty recent. It was only 10 hours ago that this was posted. So, and it's pretty short too. It works. The title reads, "Am I the asshole for refusing to go to a Christmas dinner with my ex and her new fiance? We were together for nearly 12 years, and we divorced last year when she came out as lesbian. and announced she was in love with a colleague who's her now fiance. We have a 13-year-old daughter and an 11-year-old daughter. We share custody but aren't friends on a personal level. Every Christmas, we got together with the kids and my parents while we split. Because of what's happened, we were undecided what to do this year. I obviously don't want to be around her and her new woman. I mean, who would want to be around an ex? So I was thinking I'd spend the day with my parents and the girls being with her. And, oh, excuse me, I'll read that. So I was thinking I'd spend the day with my parents, with the girls being with her, and then I'll have them maybe Boxing Day. So we were talking the other day, and we were discussing Christmas, and she asked me what my plans were. I told her what I was thinking above. She said she and her fiance wanting to invite me around so I can see the girls and stay with them in the spare room. I told her I don't feel like it, and that I would rather be with my folks and have them Boxing Day. She said it was unfair and that I needed to think about the kids. At this, the girls got wind and asked me if I'd come. I said I didn't think I could, and they basically shut me down and don't want to talk to me unless I come. Here's where I'm torn. I spoke to my folks about it, and they said they obviously want me there, but would understand if I didn't. But at the same time, it's going to be difficult to play happy families with her fiance, and the girls knowing what's gone on. Am I the asshole for refusing? I mean, she's the one. I'm not saying that she's at fault about this, but if she already knew the plans you told her, why? I mean, I get it, the kids. The main thing around this is the kids. But I would say if the kids are not talking to you because you're not there and they're basically trying to manipulate you on trying to be there, why? I mean, it's Christmas. I don't have much to say about this except the fact that it's Christmas, and if people's have families or they have friends who are basically like family to them, why should you say, sorry, I'm going to be hanging out with my ex and her fiance and the kids instead of hanging out with my mother and or father, or both, or if they're the same gender. Family is thicker than, I would say, you can lose friends, you can gain friends, you can trust people, but at times family is going to have your back. And I would say he's not the asshole, or OP's not the asshole. It was really petty of her saying, what about the kids? Think about the kids. Of course he's thinking about the kids. But why does he have to put his happiness in front of, or behind, the ex's happiness? He deserves as much happiness as the ex does. So, I would say he's not the asshole in this situation. And that's my last opinion. Alright, I know I said this was going to be the last story, but I think I may have time to read one more short story, if not two. And this time, I think I'm going to do an entitled parent story. Yeah, I think I'm going to do an entitled parent story. Where's my keyboard? Alright, oh, this one has a rabbit in it. I'm kind of interested. Oh god. Okay, so alright, so I found one. It's pretty awkward for me to be doing a video by myself, but I like it. The title reads, Entitled Mother Has COVID, but Won't Wear a Mask. Let's get on to the story. This shit is what enrages me. The cast is me, sorry, my cat is being nosy. I'll be right back. What do you want, Granny? What?
Hey, Ran.
Hey?
Are you using the mouse right now?
Yeah, I'm doing a small recording. Why, you need it? Sorry, Mom. No, well, I'm gonna lock you in. Fine, you can come in. Come on. I'll leave it slightly open for you. Alright guys, Snowy has joined us, and so has Grinny the cat. Alright, so as I was at, the cast is me, I believe 4 jokes, is me, Joe Biden, Entitled Dad, or ED, Entitled Dickhead, EM, Entitled Breeder, EK1, Crotch Goblin, EK2, Hellspawn. Let's get on to the story. This has happened 10 minutes ago, and I lost all faith in humanity. I was with my parents shopping for some groceries, and we see EF, Entitled Family, come in with no masks. A store worker went up to them and said, "Could you please put your mask on? We would like to reduce the spread of COVID." Bullshit. I don't care. Call your manager, EM said. The worker went to go get the manager, who was watching from a distance. "Hi, can you please put your mask on for everyone's safety?" "Nope, you can't force us. Besides, it doesn't help us because we all have COVID," Edie says. During this time, the kids were running around the store touching everything. The look on the manager's face was shocked. He talked to the worker, who I'm guessing called the cops because they came next. The cops came in hazmat suits. They said to the Entitled Family, "Please leave or we will have to forcibly remove you." Entitled Dad says, "You can't make us. This is a violation of our rights." The other cop said, "No, it isn't. We are allowed to forcibly remove you." But the entitled family didn't do anything and purposely started coughing everywhere. So the cops grabbed them. But guess what? Entitled Dad decks one of them. The other cop tases him and he's on the ground. Then comes Entitled Mother. She also gets tased. The entitled kids are crying because they think their parents are dead. And hello. How are you? Is Dumb and Dumber back yet?
Not yet.
No.
Ain't nobody back.
Alright. Sorry, that was Cobra. Obviously not. They're just squirming on the ground. I don't know the rest, but I think they got arrested and put in jail for assault of an officer, maybe a few other charges. This type of shit is what makes me lose faith in humanity. I forgot to mention that the store had to shut down to clean everything up. I think they had to do a deep clean because they couldn't confirm what the kids touched. And this is a very short story, but I myself tend to forget my mask sometimes, but if I do, I don't go into the store and touch everything. Hell, I don't even go to the store in general. I stay in the car, and if my boyfriend has a mask, I'll let him go inside for me. Lay down. Hey, come here. Calm down. God dang it. Be right back. I swear the neighbors hate me sometimes. Alright. But, yes. Please, guys, wear your masks. Stop the spread of COVID. Really, dog? I'm trying to find a good story. Oh! Okay. So, this is a LGBT plus story. Just gonna give a little warning right there. No, guys, I don't have COVID. I was drinking earlier, and my throat kind of itches from drinking. The title reads, "You're a girl. You should hang out with more other girls like you." I'm not a girl or a guy. Well, let's get on to the story. Okay, for context, I came out as asexual and agender to my families and friends, and they accepted me, which is great. I also have this on and off girly voice, and you couldn't tell the difference if I'm a girl or a guy if I have it on. So me and a couple of friends went to the mall, just hanging out, chilling, all that crap. On this particular day, I was wearing a cat jacket and light pink trousers. I also had on a mask, so off first glance, I might seem like a girl or a very feminine male. After hours of shopping and goofing off, we decided to go to Starbucks. No, I was really tired and drowsy because I was working on a visual novel the night before. So all 6 of us sat down and conjoined 2 tables together so we could sit next to each other. 3 guys, 2 girls, and 1 agender. All the girls were sitting on one side of the table while the boys and me sat on the other side. Time passed. We all got our drinks. The girls were talking to each other and the boys are talking to each other while I'm just trying to stay alive drinking my cappuccino. But unfortunately, I was half asleep. And you know how you're really tired and drowsy, you can say dumb stuff? So one of those guys is huge weeb. He possibly has an anime jacket stuck inside his closet, and he's pansexual. So I was tired and I didn't know how I got this idea, but I got his attention and then said in my girly voice something that I'm not going to say, which surprised him. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wild Karen appears and says, "How dare you?" She even slams on the table, which caused me to wake up from my half sleep. We were all very confused because suddenly, out of the blue, Karen came and slammed on our table. She did that and she started to stare the guys down, then stared at me. Cast, me, a tired little cat. L, Luis, the rational one. K, Keith, the pansexual weeb. G, Gary, the defensive one. J, Julie, the lesbian. A, Amelia, the one who doesn't take bullshit. EM, entitled mom. EK, entitled kid. EM, how could you? K, Keith. Is something wrong, ma'am? You know what's wrong, entitled mother says. No, I don't. EM, you 3 boys corrupted this poor little girl into flirting with you. You should be ashamed, you pedophiles. I'm sorry, what? She thought I was a little girl? I may be 5'3", but my age is in the middle of everyone in the group, with J being the oldest and L being the youngest. Plus, I don't think she knows what R means. EK, yeah, shame on you. G, miss, you got this all wrong. Entitled mother, shut up, you pedo. You, one more word and then I'm calling the police. And you 2 girls, pull this table away from these disgusting pedophiles and take this girl with you. G starts to get ticked off. Listen, ma'am. Entitled mother, silence. This is your last warning or I'm calling the police. J, I think there's a misunderstanding. You see, they're not a little girl. EM, don't be silly. I'm trying to protect you from these disgusting animals. I'll call the police later, I promise. Me, still in my girly voice. Ma'am, stop. There's a misunderstanding. You see, I'm not a girl. Entitled mother. It's okay, honey. Just go with these girls and I'll protect you. Me, back into my normal voice. Ma'am, I'm not a girl. Entitled mother was confused, but still determined. You're a girl. You should hang out with other girls. Then I took off my cat hoodie that covers the top half of my face. I'm not a girl or a guy. Yeah, still determined. I know you're a girl, so go hang out with these 2 and we'll call the police and figure out what these boys did to you. Miss, they already proved they're not a girl, so can you please leave us alone? Yeah, what else do you want from us? Also, they're older than me and L, so please leave. Cat's being crazy again, that's normal. Entitled mother, shut it, all of you. I will prove she's a girl. She had a girly voice and was flirting with this boy. Oof. A, so what if they have a girly voice? Some girls can have a manly voice and flirting with boys. Have you heard of LGBTQA? Girls can flirt with girls and boys can flirt with boys. Entitled mother then covers the entitled kid's ears after hearing the word LGBTQA. Entitled mother, why, you disgusting slut? You're trying to traumatize my child? I will call the police and sue you. I then had well then. Jay then had an idea and blatantly pulled A in for a quick kiss, and Diablo is back. stay quiet. I'm recording. Damn it, that's not quiet. Can you guys please stay quiet? Can you guys please stay quiet?
Keep going.
I don't want
You want any better run?
I just.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just
That's
asking.
you get to sit on the fucking recliner in there.
I know I'm not sleeping yet.
Just sit down.
My video was so quiet before y'all came in.
It's okay, babe.
No, it's not okay.
Keep reading.
I don't want to read no more.
Do it. Come on.
You're editing this, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but still, read it.
Jay then had an idea and blatantly pulled in A for a quick kiss. EM then gasped and covered EK's eyes. Go ahead, call the police so we can tell them a middle-aged woman tried to harass a group of teenagers and make false rape pedophile claims. Then, with all the commotion going around, the manager came. Manager, what's going on here? EM, oh thank God, manager. Manager, please help me. These group of teenagers tried harassing me and my boy. They need to be arrested immediately. L, that's not true. She came to us and made false pedophilia claims and made us fuss about my friend's gender. Me, that's true. She kept thinking I was a boy, and even if we did prove her wrong, she kept thinking I was a girl. You know, their agender, boy and girl, doesn't really matter. And that's not true. Don't listen to a bunch of delinquents. Yeah, that harassed my mommy, says the title kid. Mind you, we were in a Starbucks in a mall, and it wasn't empty, so there were some eyewitnesses. With this, a few bystanders confirmed that EM's story was whack. With this, she was defeated, and she ran out the store with her kid, but security apprehended her because she didn't pay her drink. And that was it. The manager apologized to us, offered us each a gift card, and we all went home. And I collapsed into bed and slept for 24 hours. Also, just in case of any confusion, me and Keith aren't dating. He already has a boyfriend. Julie and Amelia aren't dating as well. Even though Amelia is bi-curious, she's still single, and Julie has a girlfriend. So what you're saying is Julie technically cheated on her girlfriend? You know what? It's fine. First comment reads, being a teenager seems exhausting these days. Was it like that when we were young? Trust me, I don't remember my teenagerhood. Well, since Diablo's here, why doesn't he join us on reading a story? Or is he gonna ignore us?
Hang on, something's wrong with the bank account.
What's wrong?
My payment didn't go through for my ship. Which is a very, very bad thing, because this is my credit card.
Oop. Okay. Well, since the guys are here and basically, why were you downtown Grampi?
We were driving back from downtown Graham. We were driving through it. I went to drop off Twinkie.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, moving on to the next story since they're here and I'm gonna read a bunch of stories. You know, I don't know. I don't know much subreddits here that I can actually read from. So I guess I'm gonna end the video here. I did not mean to pull up the first one. Please stop. This is okay. So y'all already know what to do on like and subscribe, all that things.
Papa Booey.
Yes, it ends my video here.